Hey, what's up and welcome back for another Ohio Nerd Toy Hunt. In today's video, we're going to be toy hunting the Average Joe's Comic and Toy Show. The Average Joe's Comic and Toy Show was held this past weekend on Saturday, April 10th at the Warren County Fairgrounds. So this was actually my first time ever attending this show, and it was a show that was a bit on the smaller side. But even with it being on the smaller side, they still had some good variety. It was mostly Funko Pops, since this used to be a Funko Pop show, as well as modern action figures. So there's tons of variety for that. Now for the older vintage lines, only the mainstays were here. They had the Masters of the Universe, He-Man, G.I. Joe, a few Thundercats, stuff like that, those main lines. But the obscure pieces that, you see at those larger shows like the Great Ohio Toy Show, the Chicago Toy Show, Columbus, things like that, those weren't really that much here. But for modern, like you see here, the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm figures, they had some great modern toys and tons of, really cool toys in general. Now, like I said, there was a ton of Funko Pops. Now, I like some Funko Pops, don't like others. One that I'm actually looking for currently is the Kit Fisto from Star Wars Funko Pop, to go for my Kit Fisto focus. He's one of the last figures I need for Kit Fisto. I am pretty close to having every figure they've made loose, and sadly, I wasn't able to find him here. Now, we had some LEGO minifigures here too. This booth is pretty much exclusively LEGO minifigures and a few sets. But there really was a pretty good mix. Here we had some vintage action figures, vintage G.I. Joes, and Star Wars to be specific. You all know I love me some vintage Star Wars if you're a longtime supporter of the channel. And then we have more Funko Pops. Now, considering that this is only a small one-building show, there really is a pretty good mix. Here we had some comic books, some even more Funko Pop. This Funko booth, had tons of Funko, but they also had some really cool horror figures, as you'll see when we round this corner. They had a full section of Star Wars Pops, which was really nice to get to check out, as well as some harder Freddy Funko Pops. Now, for the horror figures, I love checking them out. I don't collect them. They're just something very cool that I can appreciate. So we'll check those out right here. Here we have Aroma Collectibles, and Aaron was rocking out my favorite booth at this show. He brought some great figures. Let's check out some of these Mythic Legions, another very cool line. If I had unlimited space, unlimited funds, this would definitely be something I'd be picking up all the time. These figures are made by the Four Horsemen, and they just have some amazing detail, and they have some great influence if you look at some of them from other things, medieval times, mythical times, like this awesome knight there from the medieval times. And, some of these are even similar to Motu-inspired characters. They're just overall so cool to get to see, even if it's not something I'm going to be picking up. Now, we also had some tonnage here when it came to Star Wars Black Series, and figures you don't often get to see out and about anymore. So we had some of the original Orange Box series, like this cool Orange Box Boba Fett. Can't think of the last time I saw an Orange Box Boba Fett out in the wild for sale. You know, they had some newer ones too, like the carbonized Boba Fett. Now, for all you people out there, you know, trying to really hunt down the new figures that you can't find, boom. He had tons of Cara Dunes and the Mandalorian. Perfect for all you modern Star Wars, the vintage collectors out there. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you.